Hello, everyone. How y'all doing today? I am Krow, your entertainer for this broadcast, and welcome to the stream. Get over there. Get over there. Today we are still playing a Starfield for some reason. I don't know why. We just are. I'm currently addicted to it. One of these days we may go back to Baldur's Gate. Who knows? Or go back to a whatever game we were playing, then we abandoned for the new thing. But anyways, let's get into it, shall we? In our previous episode, I'm not going to recap because you can go back and watch it for yourself. Because watching it will be a whole lot better than listening to me go on about it. Let's rock and roll, dudes! Rock and roll. Inside! Oh no, they won't let me through. Just kick open the door. Oh yeah, it's not one of those doors. Scramble! Eggs! Actually, while we're up here, it's about the only time I'm going to be able to loot the place. Everybody, stay locked down. Do not open the lift for anybody. Once we leave, lock the lift. And excuse me while I rummage and look for anything. Nope. Crap, I need a key. Somebody give me a key to that thing. It may have something important we can get into. Madam Deputy?
If you've got orders, I suggest you act on them.
Madam Deputy? This is definitely going to be important. We may have to lead a run around here. Or is it Sir Deputy? Please excuse my presumptions.
They're not letting us leave. This is bad, isn't it?
I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
I don't want to die at work. Oh, I can't die at work.
I'm totally with this guy.
What the hell is going on?
You don't want to know. The turkey just synthetic, soy-based protein. We got hovering. Oh, this is Terramorph. This is Terramorph's idea. Oh, no. Oh, wait, it's glass top. Glass top. Trust me, you do not want a glass top desk. I have a glass top desk, and it's just... I've been using it for about maybe 5 years now. It might as well be marble by now, considering all the dent, scratches, and stains. I have been authorized. Maybe that's something they did not want me to see. Unconfirmed. UC Freestar Fleet Soul Alpha Solomon Wolf, or is this Varun? No, I think this is a Crimson Fleet. They got Crix, Freestar, Velo, Voli, Cheyenne. An unconfirmed. Oh yeah, this is the serpent. This is the House Varun, because of the kind of the serpent's whoosh, 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 whoosh. Kind of reminds me of the how the those rings go around.
Did they say there was an attack?
They're not letting us leave. This is bad, isn't it?
Whole building is on lockdown.
Your job is keep your eye trained on this elevator. If somebody's unauthorized to come up here, even if... Let's just say if they're not authorized to come up here, shoot to... Don't shoot to maim. Don't incapacitate. Lethal force is authorized. I'm gonna save it right now. Trust me, you'll want to use lethal force if they come up here. Down we go! Yeah, there is no option. Nat station.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help you!
What are you doing? EM fire, Captain!
I have no EM weaponry!
Switching to a new target.
For the love of... I have no EM weaponry! You okay?
Please! Do something!
Of course they'd give me non-lethal.
Let's do this.
Nice bit of work there.
Let's just talk to the troopers, all right?
Yeah, full auto. Something's up. What's wrong?
Thank God you got here when you did. I just wish it hadn't come to that.
Yeah, what the hell happened back there, Captain? There's no excuse for using lethal force here.
I'm sorry, I messed up.
Sorry doesn't bring these people back. A crisis isn't licensed to cast aside your morals. Understand?
Look, I didn't have an EM weapon.
Officer, the way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Are you suggesting Terramorphs can hypnotize people, mind control people?
I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior.
Oh, for
The result
the love
of
of...
projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terramorph.
I thought they were just terrorists taking the opportunity. Oh, shit. I really screwed up bad on this one. So, does this mean I have to worry about you turning on me?
I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terramorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there.
Sounds like we need a hustle then.
Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
For the love of... probably Streamlabs is already swearing at me to turn down the graphic settings. But I like it on Ultra! Oh, you know what this calls for? Good old recycled air. For the love of... I really screwed up on that one. It gets easier as he said, but shit. These are civvies I'm talking about here. In my defense, I didn't have an EM weapon. I didn't see an EM weapon.
Did you hear that?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
You just told me to use the EM and... Ah, woman!
An evacuation order has been issued for the Spaceport District. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Oh, those really do come... Oh, for the love of...
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
Die!
Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real! We have to put down that morph!
We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, we've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
We'll find a good
1,
piece
2,
this
3,
time you're
4,
going to
5,
eat
6,
that.
7, 8, 9, 10.
We're going to hold. We have to.
How's it going?
Might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Are you sure you're not going to turn on us out there?
We're not afraid, but we'll stay here and hold the line if that's what you want. You're the experts.
I want you to hold the line. Just hold the line. Stay put.
Your call. We're on the line.
Let's rock and rumble! Yeah, squad of 3. No, actually, we should have another one. Squad of... Just one more. We'll have a full UC Marine squad. You better not have gotten onto my ship. Oh, fudge. There's like 3, 4 of them. Well...
Stay sharp, Captain.
Damn spiders! of my head. The other voices don't like you.
Side back there.
I've got enough voices in my head without dealing with you. I've got to deal with these things. It's at a distance. That way I just get the shadows. I don't have to get all up with it. Keep away from that. They better have not touched my ship. Oh, great. It's in a crate. Time to reload. I need something that hits more heavily. Oh, were they on this one? Oh, no. Give me a minute, folks. I need these. I'm sorry about that, folks.
They're everywhere.
Get out of my head! The other voices don't like you in there!
You're not gonna leave me, are you?
You! Get out of my head! The other ones don't take kindly to you. You weren't invited.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God.
Ooh,
If
adhesive.
those things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. That was some bad breath. Could have been worse if I didn't have recycle air on. It's just not pheromonal either.
You okay? Vitals all still where they're supposed to be?
You ever think more attacks would happen so soon?
Not in a million years. Another attack, just as we're making our request? It's insane. If this doesn't convince the cabinet to proceed with our request, I don't know what will.
Well, I guess we got pretty lucky here, eh?
Almost hard to believe. Suppose we were just in the right place at the right time.
The universe is nothing but It is nothing but coincidences. What's it for? You wanna know what? You look better in a flesh burns. And that other one was over here. Yeah, it... Wait, these just came crashing down. Why are these crashing down? Where'd that other one go? So that was the explosion we heard, was these just came crashing down. And with these in them, these things can survive, or survive crashes like that? But I'm sorry for having to break it there during the tension. I just had to sneeze. Just had to sneeze those voices out. The other voices in my head did not like them being there. They were uninvited and not of their own creation.
Stock up on junk.
This is not the time for me doing that, woman. And she is a woman because she identifies as a female. And she identifies as a woman too, so yeah. Xenoform taken care of.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
At the right time. Y'all held the line. You're the heroes in this one, not us.
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with.
Have they?
Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
See you around. Just to make sure there's no more. Okay, this is dang creepy compared to the usual bustle that's around here, even at this hour of night.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Please, just leave me alone. In the middle of something here.
Triage. I feel like I'm running. Still feel like I'm running. Getting scanned.
Am I gonna be alright?
You don't have to worry about the Terramorphs anymore. They've been taken care of.
What is it?
I'm just checking in with everybody.
You take care of those things? Thank God.
You don't have to worry about any hallucinations or anybody attacking anybody anymore. I don't believe so. I'd rather have a disruptor, but looks like I'm going to have to get an EM weapon now. Oh, for the love of... That was really a screwed up move. That's locked down. Everything's locked down. I already took care of everybody. I'm kicking myself for not already having an EM weapon. But I was actually hoping for a disruptor and not having already modded weapon.
My partner's all right. He's getting stitched up instead of zipped up, thanks to you.
They said you're free to come and go.
Thank you. And by the way, good work securing the area.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are.
Madam President.
I believe we have some things we should discuss.
My officers were unprepared for what happened at the spaceport.
The next time Terramorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
Are you then?
Captain?
Madam President?
Adrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I take my gratitude and credit, real estate or luxury good. And it shouldn't be or, it should and. Agreed. Thank you, madam.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now,
you didn't know.
These events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now.
So you're going to need a trucker.
The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Forgive me for doing this such an poignant moment, but why me? Why not send a diplomat? Someone trained in this sort of thing.
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be.
First-hand knowledge.
No diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
Okay, so they told me they're basically kicking me off world. Well, tell me what I'm getting into first and I'll consider it.
The very next item on my list. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
Let's see, do this. Citizenship. Housing. Basically, UC citizenship. Okay, go over what I have for being a UC citizenship, remind me.
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
Oh, I mainly joined up to fight the pirates and everything, but this is... Look, ma'am, you can count on me.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Heroes remember that spaceport.
They're not killing anymore.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Until then, Major. Dun dun dun! Seems like somebody opened the back door. My allergies are flaring up.
Pardon.
Pardon?
Was it really Terramorphs? In the city?
Surprisingly, yes. News travels fast, it seems.
Chief Yassine, these orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Madam Deputy.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Well, let's pretend that I don't have the slightest idea, okay? Just refresh me.
All right, we'll start at the beginning. When the colony war ended, the UC and Freestar Collective came to the agreement some weapons needed to be off limits. Mechs, xeno-warfare. So they gathered up all the relevant research materials and sealed that information away. Terramorph data included, in the archives here in the city. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories: UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people, the ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun, to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
What exactly can you tell me about these codes? Are they able to be forged?
No. Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times. They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors, meaning we're accessing nothing if we can't get them on our side.
Sheesh. I wouldn't say clamoring. Well, no problem. I'll just get just gonna need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pit. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be. It doesn't sound easy.
It won't be.
Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
Oh, I would never.
Doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Your support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
All right, tell me about these other tools then.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
What can you tell me about this staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Okay, well, What other things should I avoid while within the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything.
Oh, crap.
Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something
Thanks for bringing that up.
We'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
I think that's all the info I need to know for right now.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Credits. Well, this is going to end poorly. Speaking of ending poorly, she didn't even know my face. Oh wait, she saw me earlier when I came in. Did I get dressed up? Nah, that's just not me dressing up for things like this. I dress for comfortability. I dress to be comfortable, not to impress. Lobby. We're going to have to go lobby an ambassador. What, really? Wants me to go to the NAT station? Oh, it still wants me to... Fine. Still wants me to talk to her about... Because I was thinking we come here, we do that one, we come back. Oseo.
Hey.
Oseo. Sorry for rushing out. I totally forgot about this, Ambassador Belmont.
Captain, would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
I'm sorry, I just rushed off. Yes, tell me about this Ambassador Belmore of House Faroon.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Why? What's wrong with Varun?
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
Let's see. I'm sure he can be reasoned with. House Varun are people. They just have different cultural norms.
Well said. There's no reason to assume they're any worse than us, despite their cultural beliefs.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle.
Come again?
We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
Whoa. Has no one actually been inside the Varun embassy?
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
What kind of life signs did you detect?
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
That's actually a very good trick. Just fill the just make the entirety of the building an entire ecosystem, and you can't detect life signs. So what should I do if I find him deceased?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, here's hoping we're not chasing a corpse.
It would at least be a speedier negotiation. But I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well.
Me too.
Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Son of a bee!
Additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain. Welcome back. Everything going well with the ambassadors?
Nothing else I need at the moment.
Good luck then, Captain.
I was actually going to go with Radcliffe. Or is it Redcliffe? I like Redcliffe better. Radcliffe, it's a good name, it's a solid name, but Redcliffe, there's a name. Like the old nomads from Earth, Redcliffe. Hey, Commander. Here we go! My bed is still on heat leeches. They get too much heat and they evolve. Like in that game, that monster catching game. That you could use your scanner to interact with. They evolve. The heat leeches get too much heat, and they evolve into the those pteroxenal thingies, into those damn spiders. But the voices still don't like them. They're actually telling me to kill every single one I come across, and I kind of am I am in agreement with them.
This space is a memorial to those lost during the Colony War. Your consideration is requested.
Oh, I'm sorry. I walked over the monument, didn't I? I tend to do that when I'm monologuing and thinking.
Sounds like they might be sending security to clean up the way.
I wonder if it's illegal to pass him.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
They don't. Trust me. Trust me. Those top minds have not a clue. But they're working on it.
Maybe we should stop for a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay our respects.
Oh shit, you're right. On the way back we will, I promise. Just remind me about that promise. I wish the trees would stop talking! Because there's clearly no animals around here, so all these noises is coming from the trees.
Hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
Hard save. I wonder if this is a jacuzzi, because if this is supposed to be a pond, they really need to clean it up. Barely see you there.
You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
Thank you kindly, sir. And yes, thank you kindly, sir, is an actual term of respect. It's like, thank you kindly.
Visitor, this building is Freestar sovereign territory. So in here, we're the law.
Yes, ma'am. I do like their architecture.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
Just try to keep quiet, Sarah. They do know how to make it homey. I like the sculpture. Ooh, I do like that painting. It's probably a print. Ooh, they got wall hanging rugs. Well, they got wall hangings. I like it. And they even got the tassels. Let's sit down. Now, this feels more like a home than it does a business. Or even a consulate. This actually feels like a home. Want something to eat real quick? Donut still. Nope, wrong one. Of course they throw the ambassador in the back.
As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, yeah. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Sorry. Everyone's a little on edge after the attack.
Totally understandable.
That woman isn't absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You're the Vanguard captain, right?
Yes.
You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier.
You're welcome. Well, just doing my duty. Well, actually, you did get lucky. It was a war zone down there.
Well, then you have my earnest thanks. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her.
Sounds like you could be doing more, a lot more, like working with me.
You want to work with me? Why don't we talk somewhere a bit more private?
Yeah, we gotta play the game. Hey, I know that. I listened to that guy. That fiefdom is rather messed up. I occasionally make runs there.
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me?
Well, we need help to prevent more terramorph attacks, and we're not really expecting the ambassador to support us.
No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through what happened here. So then, what would you need from me?
Well, I need to get access to the ambassador's quarters without being seen.
Her quarters? Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you and the UC will be providing me with what for my services?
Well, I've got 1,000 credits right here with your name on it.
Oh, wait. I thought you were looking to hire me. Oh, I'm not taking a bribe. Serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Just as a backup there. And of course, YouTube's buffering because of they said the word.
Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby.
Can I sit down? Madam Ambassador.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
I'm Captain Carl, UC Vanguard. You and I need to talk.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport.
Yes, ma'am.
You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives.
Some big lips.
She also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Oh, I'm so tempted. Nope, they sent me to beg. Please, 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 pretty please. Well, you have... Well... I'm going to go with the smartass one. Nope, they sent me to beg. Please, please, pretty please.
Oh, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
She's going to love that one.
Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Are you serious? There was just an attack on the city. You're really not going to help?
No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already.
Londinian.
Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all.
Well, Madam Ambassador, will you just please listen to what I have to say?
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
What if I told you that the Terramorphs couldn't be weaponized? Would that change your mind?
You have my answer. Now, please take the hint.
Okay, can you just hear me out, please?
I'm listening.
I am not bribing you. I think that will still be an option, but... The Terramorph project was a failure. That knowledge isn't dangerous.
You know that for sure. That is interesting.
Okay. You were a soldier. It was your job to protect. That's what we intend to do with this data.
I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility. Well, Captain, you make some good points.
Anybody just hear that music?
Granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these Terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once. You get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight.
I agree on that part.
Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Agreed.
Excellent. Follow me.
One, two, three, four.
Sounds like it was a real mess down at the spaceport.
Oh, you should have seen it. Ships crashed everywhere. I still got access to her apartment.
Only take a moment. And there. Here, code generators just this way.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. And I will immediately see myself off the premises. If it makes you feel any better, you can have one of your security guards escort me. Though you do have some very nice wall artwork. Ooh, is this beaded? Please tell me this is beaded. Because if all this was beaded, that would be great. Must be more like cacti, but I really like this. So far, Freestar is my favorite of the factions that I've encountered. It reminds me of a lot of areas I grew up in. And it's just got that aesthetic I enjoy. Got the wood, it's got the earth, and seriously, they really need to clean those. Now to Hellsvar. Oh yeah, we were going to stop by the War Memorial, weren't we? So yeah, let's... The War Memorial, pay our respects. And then Hellsvar.
Sorry, I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office before I can set foot in there. But you gotta be kidding. It's not pastry. It could cause an incident. It would mean my job, sir. Fine. Begin the process. Wouldn't want to withhold the chance for more red tape to break.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's actually how it goes. Embassies are actually sovereign territory of another country. In another country, so it's complete political disaster for somebody like, say, me, a U.S. citizen, to go into a British embassy without permission of the British embassy and possibly the U.S. embassy. actually just would be on the front desk. So, anyways.
Please refrain from engaging in any criminal activity. I am programmed for combat.
He just threatened me. Nah. So. Actually, this would probably make a pretty good, like, background or screensaver. Just stay here and... No, if you can record video without the HUD and just things going back and forth. Okay, let's get going. Even Sarah says it's time to go.
And my mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor? Mother's in there, right?
I wanted to be an astrophysicist. Ended up a trucker and a miner. Now I'm a constellation.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. But you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy. But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Financially, emotionally,
Yeah,
physically.
why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
She's interested.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through unity. Huh.
Ah!
Yes, Andreas. Yes.
Just checking my weapons.
Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
Sorry, I just had a violent reaction at the thought of unity. It's...
You hear about that?
There's this thing about unitology that it just... Not this unitology, it's the other unitology. That was very interesting. It was the other unitology, the one that wants to basically bring everybody together, but they kind of are as kind of like an insane, in my opinion, very fanatic about their beliefs. I could jump the wall.
House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
I bet we could have. They just... Definitely overgrown plant life. I approve. This is maintained and overgrown. It's a very clever idea if you're taking up, like, bioscanners. If you're using bioscanners to, like, I guess electromagnetic.
An old Earth book the other day. Swear to God. And it wasn't even Dickens.
What the?
It might be worth a ton of credits to somebody.
I know, right? I could sell it, but I think I want to keep it. It makes a great conversation piece. Hi there.
Ah, fudge. She's not willing to sell. Something that's not Dickens. Because heaven forbid we get something other than Dickens. Coming, Sarah? Yeah, I need to get something for them to follow closer. Why are you holding your gun out? No stealing, just investigating. No taking unless it's like a Parsec Pooch or a Galactic Cat. Notepad. So I assume this would be the front entrance. Not taking the credits. Oh, I want, but I'm not taking. The Great Serpent. Even the bots have been deactivated. Oh, and it's up to the sky as well. I do like this art, sculpture, I guess you would call it, this architecture right here. It's just so... I like it. This is supposed to be serpent. Yeah, that's the entrance because you got the big old cobra head. Hidey sneaky, hidey sneaky. Put those arms away. Dude, put those arms down. Shit. Swamp, swamp. Gotta stand up to do this. Nope, we're going to the embassy. We are in violation of so many laws right now. There is wildlife in here, folks. They just didn't bring flora, they brought fauna.
Well, this isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Which is a very good way to obscure life signs. I can't hear you! No, don't worry. I've got a built-in translator. Okay, so he from my understanding, whoever's on the other end, I believe he's Varun. He gave us she gave us free license to loot the place while we're restoring power. So, yeah, orange. And probably going to need a screwdriver for this. Definitely going to need a paper towel, toilet towel roll. Do you happen to have a paper clip? We're definitely going to need a paper clip. Oh, for the love of... No, I don't want to activate.
You certainly know your way around a computer system.
Oh, when you have so much time between planets, you learn a thing or two. So... it's behind glass. It's all behind glass. I want those pots. Actual House Varun pottery. Imagine. Give me those suits. Ah, hallucinogens, great.
I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way.
What the hell? Please move aside. Ushta, ushta, ushta. Down, boy! Oh yeah, I had some other stuff too. Yeah, tech would be... Where's the gleamy? There's the security. In science! I think it was this one? Combat was shotgun, yeah, shotguns and marksmanship. Social, it was persuasion. What about physical? Anything in physical? I'm not seeing any shinies. Can't get over there. Down, boy.
If you're searching, then make it quick.
Wait, we got hallucinogens. Check my watch. I'm not suffering anything. But I am under the hallucinogen. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Under those hallucinogens. Just whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Update for info. Recalibrate for info. Activate units. Finally, a Nova Blaster! I'll nerf him or it's going to be nothing. Why is he setting these up, those? Rune Scripture permanently increases sneak bonus. Hidey sneaky, hidey sneaky. Out of the way, boy. Dude, I wouldn't really have mind having one of these on the ship. Gassed 3-4 times in the same day, huh? I don't appreciate you talking back to me. Yeah, this tree reacted rather positively to its new environment. But I am liking the atmosphere. Not that I'm getting addicted or anything. Oh, for the love. I got the intercom over there. Why are you wanting me to come over here? Oh, quit throwing out such curse words, Tourette's. Turrets are offline. Down, boy. Bad robo. No more arigato. No, can't access. Not even a digipick. Yeah. Ah, sweet. Vaz. Snake oil, considering. I'm not taking their creds. I'll take their dishes and all. Come to my voice. Trippy! I feel like I'm in a fun house. The wrong kind of fun house. Ooh, concept art. I'm kind of digging their vibe here, though. Hello. I'm having a little bit of fun here. Oh, fudge. Wrong way! Right way, I guess. Let Sarah deal with it. Light particle fuse. It looks like I'm supposed to be using the disruptor, but it's not shutting down the bots for some reason. Folders. Looks like I found the utility closet.
day to piss me off.
Down, boy! Down, 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 down!
Come on.
Bad Robo! Up and over!
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Never! Time to do some mining into this pots. Okay, they want me to go that way. I'm not going that way. I don't appreciate the gratitude you're giving me. Yeah, that's... Well, I could probably take it with me, but I'm not eating when it's been layered up with all this. Oh, we were coming in here anyways. Coffee, digi, fan. Oh, you always got to get a fan. Nova Light, Neurojack. Still haven't found a tape measure. Still haven't found a. I'm not taking that. Still haven't found a bobby pin. Demons? Oh, come on. The only so far demonic thing I'm seeing is how bad of a trip I'm getting. So we have... At least that's sealed. Hopefully all this will wash off. Yeah, hush it. I gotta make sure this place is quote-unquote secured. Oh, that was suppressant. Hallucinogenic suppressant. It wasn't from the trees. Oh, that's for... I guess that's... one way to do it. I thought it was the trees. That would have been great. Don't worry, Parsec Pooch. I'll save you. Oh, that's why they have a gate there, but they need the red rope, the red velvet rope. I wonder how much of a hangover I'm going to get from the hallucinogenic gas. You gotta kind of... Well, he just gave us free permission to eliminate anything in the basement, so... What the hell? Out here, bot.
You're done. Cowards.
I hear more. So what exactly happened with the who tripped the alarm? Okay, they were planting something. The roots of the tree. This is kind of their garden. In a great serpent's garden. He went that way, but requires key. Do I have key? I do not have key.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Yes, I want to know what the concoction is you had in the anti-personnel suppressant system. Can I get that in an inhalant?
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
No, just a spaceport. Is that what happened? A power surge?
I take it you didn't have such an experience where you were then, hmm? Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown, trapping me in my quarters, disabling the Venom tree's filters, and arming the defenses. A disconcerting experience, to say the least. Was the rest of the city spared?
Did you say that thing poured out clouds upstairs is called the Venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
The spaceport's in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as data to prevent more attacks. There is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Well, knowledge can't be evil. Theoretically, go along with you. What about the knowledge of, say, gunpowder?
A fine counterexample. responsible for the deaths of millions on ancient Earth. And, fireworks? Absolutely capable of being put to violence, but not evil in itself. And here you are with a similar conundrum. I might be willing to support you if I knew I would not be tarnishing the legacy of House Varun by doing so.
Look, for me, you have my word. I will make sure it is put to good use. And only for the use of good. Or white, or black, depending on your terminology. But for the betterment, not the detriment of all. Especially to help House Varun wipe its bloody legacy away.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility in vouching for this man's integrity. He'll keep his word.
If I remember it.
I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
And if I do forget, I've got other people to kick my butt into remembering. Sorry about that. Had the flashlight on all this time. I do like their swirly insignia.
Let's hope it still works.
So everybody's telepathic here.
And there. Let it be used for good. The Great Serpent guide your path.
The Great Serpent, that's your deity, if I am not mistaken, correct?
The Great Serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the Serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The Serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark, and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
So I gotta know, what's it been like being from House Varun, but being in New Atlantis?
It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the Serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the Great Serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments.
I also gotta know, why'd the rest of your brethren leave? Where exactly did they go?
The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject.
Okay. Here's another one. Why did you stay behind?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So,
that's what he thinks.
Left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers.
Well, thank you. I'll be on my way. Arrival. Yesterday, at the beginning of my tenure as house, I arrived full of hope, believing our gesture to open the new history would demonstrate. We have barely been an hour when the girl ahead of me begins to reveal. Walk his face was marked with suspicious glances and sneers from numerous strangers on the street. It is my fervent wish that this embassy will come to be seen as an emblem of. I will do my utmost to act as an avatar of that goal. Though I find myself in a stranger in a strange land. Protests. This morning I was roused from a prayer by the sound of muffled shouting upon I discovered a sizable group says engaged in a protest. They are opposed to their government's attempts to set for immediate uttering to engage them in discussion was fruitless. Most would not speak with me. Those who did refused to believe that our intentions was purely peaceful. The embassy guards were eventually required to intervene, forcing them back into the building when the crowd's anger began to manifest as threats to my well-being. I intend to discuss this matter with my counterparts in the United Colonies. Their aid will be essential in efforts to, if this effort is to succeed, though I fear this will not be an isolated incident. A visitor. Each day my frustration grows. Great serpent, what have I done to merit such scorn? Recently arrived at Minsk to receive a visit. Priestess, a gravid no less, with intent to engage in talks. I am overjoyed. Such a gesture from the house would only mean those skeptical, but it seems state and mission and her are clearly at odds. She has refused to engage with the representative. That's it. She speaks about the need to surveil the very diplomats whose trust I have decided dedicated months and range, trapped in our old mindset, unable to see what it is we are actually doing here, guaranteeing its future. The loss from the Serpent's Crusades were incalculable. Diplomacy is the only method through which House Faroon's survival may be assured. I must find a way to make see this. Luckily, I believe tonight's dinner perfect. Our host, the deputy Roland, the level a rare animal amongst if prior great serpent. Okay, dinner. Plumb the depths of my loyalty. Dinner. Even congenial. Yes, that is the pointed question about tension, but over what has been one of Roland's most boisterous guests, an officer of some type, perhaps having enjoyed too many glasses with Chandra asks, "How can we trust you snakes after what you did?" That I believe the gravid reached her breaking point. They were only words, but words are the battlefield on which it's fought, and I realized too late that this was a civil not let pass. Or turned and waited, and when it became clear my pleasantry rushed back to the MC. There I found her packing her things. He left without another word. Who gave sharing that they still believe in the venture, still believe acquire this. I've left today. Our own orders are not so much standing by a single word return. No other reason mentioned. But I know I test the faith when I see it. I serve House Faroon. A simple understanding of that directive would be that I follow the orders, but what we do here is greater than that. If we are to survive, it is not. So here I stay, waiting for the day to see the truth. And spies. It seems it's been quite some time since my last entry. Welcome back to a welcome bit of exercise. Just before dawn, hearing was finally giving out, but then I realized what it was. It was an elevator descending. Can mean only bad things. I snuck upstairs and hid among the branches of the venom tree. I watched like a gargoyle on a parapet. She immense stalk. Spent so much time cultivating, obviously scared beyond his wits. At one point, an errant branch snapped as he passed, and I swear the boy. I was shocked that the mere idea of House Faroon could still garner such fear, even this long after the end of the service. It would have been amusing if it wasn't such a clear reminder of the failure of my own endeavors. We evade each other like this for the better part of 2 hours. It was a welcome distraction from the life now steeped in routine. He eventually gave up, and hide to my meditations. As I think on it, however, the purpose of the visit is exceedingly disappointing. This was not diplomatic. No neighborly knock on the door. It was a spy, someone breaking into somewhere a normal soul couldn't. They think I'm dead, don't they? It's surprising. It happened. The message was short, a simple request for measuring regarding the state of things, but filled me with leaves. I've been forced to harden my heart. Today's message assured that fear. Other intentions remain unclear. I am willingness to re-engage in communication. I am hopeful that it signifies Dazra's willingness to return to more earnest attempts at great servant. You answer my prayers at last. I stand firm. Service interest. Light bathe. So it's just one command, return, after basically a slight. After probably a drunken slight. Just up and left. Sorry. You want to know what? I don't have the key! No key, no key. Of course I could just do space magic and unlock it, but I'm not going to. What I do with the Digipix is more of a coding than anything else. Because when you have a digital lock, it's a lot easier to get into than actually a physical lock. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, we were going this way. So yeah, all that gas and all was actually from the venom tree. And it's talking too. Interesting. Remember, breathe. Oh, I'd very much like to have this statue right here. Wouldn't mind actually having this one too, just to place around the ship.
Nicely done.
No, 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 no. I'm not taking that, even though it's worth a bit. No. Bots have stood down. Still a bad robo. Hata! Okay, I really don't like mannequins because this door was closed. I'm expecting a cat to suddenly meow. I do like their interior, though. They have a very, I want to say, Art Deco-y thing going on. I do like their architecture. Going down. Lobby, first floor. Go to second floor, but I feel like I have spent enough time in here, thank you very much. Wonder if we could put those into aerosol, put that into aerosol inhalers. Wonder if they would, he would give me a cutting. Yes, I'm already thinking about future business propositions here. I wonder what's up that way. Yeah, codes. I just want to know what's up this way. Ba 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 ba. Boom. Starship Velociraptor. 100 laser blasters. I got that song stuck in my head. Jonathan Young. Very talented musician. Don't tell. Oh, this leads out up top. Okay. We'll explore up here later. Right now, we've got to deliver these codes. 100 laser blasters. Finest ship in the galaxy. Sorry about y'all's ears there. Go check him out. That song is addictive. I'm trying, in my personal playthrough, I'm trying to build a ship based on the Velociraptor in that music video he did. I believe it's that song's part of his Galactic Kraken album. I think it's like his first LP. Come on, Sarah. We gotta close the access door. Come on. Sarah, come on. I know that it's buzzy out. Fine. You close it. Sit on the leather sofas. Comes with a fridge full of meat.
Yeah. Finally see my family.
Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
You find yourself unable to sleep. Try the holographic suite. Starship Velociraptor. 100 laser blasters. Finest ship in the galaxy. It's a good song. I've got it stuck in my head. But I would recommend watching the animated music video that goes along with it. Ooh. And not just the song itself. Because the animated music video, the AMV, the official one he did, is why does... Oh, it's just... Oh, never mind. I was thinking about something. Actually kind of helps go along with the lyrics, and it helps describe them. Oh, we're going down, are we? No, we're going up. I don't like using that one if I don't have to. Starship Velociraptor, 100 laser blasters.
Unless that archive's full of ordnance, it's not enough.
I see. Well, thank you for taking the time.
Hey, publish what I said, all right? Something needs to be done.
Oh, I'm as concerned as you are. Thank you again for speaking with me. I saw the smoke from the SSNN building. I thought it was just a fuel tank rupture or something.
Nope. Probably a thruster collided into it when the ships came down. Now, if the Starship Velociraptor with its 100 laser blasters had been there, the ships probably wouldn't have the Terramorphs wouldn't have been around. But instead, we got the Ashencat, which is... She's lazy as any other cat and doesn't really care. Also, she doesn't have her turrets. So, she wouldn't... Even if she did have her turrets, she wouldn't have helped anyways. Oh yeah, I still got access to to the ambassador's private quarters. Starship. But imagine me just coming in Starship Velociraptor just like this, dressed like this, and going Starship Velociraptor. Kind of like one of the latest, rock metal, one of the latest metal album pops, hit metals, and just do. Because look at this. I don't look like. Look at this. I'm not look like somebody that actually goes into that kind of thing. I'm more into looks like into like country, but
Captain, you're back sooner than. Oh wait. Did you actually succeed with Radcliffe and Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Balmore's alive, thanks to yours truly, and yes, I got his code.
You saved him. You Vanguard really do take that above and beyond thing seriously, don't you?
Super et ultra.
And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
No shooting civvies, huh? Don't give me that look. I'm already kicking myself as is. Well, I need to get off my feet. With that, folks, I'm going to double save it. And as I go to the character menu, I am going to say... That's the stream, folks. Thanks for stopping in, but it's the end of the video. Do what you normally do. Like, subscribe, share the video around, leave a comment. Leave a downvote if you found anything you did not like. And if you're inclined to do so, tell me exactly why you didn't like the video. Not just like, you suck. Just give me some constructive criticism. Even if it does come off kind of mean and all. I'll probably read it 3 or 4 times before I even bother doing anything about it after several days. But yeah, I'll probably read it, get to it eventually. But yeah, do what you normally do. Even if that is get up, eat something, use the bathroom, clean, go outside for a walk. As long as y'all had fun, y'all enjoyed it, y'all learned something, I don't care. Y'all got something out of it. But what I do want you to get out of this is what I'm going to say next. Why enter the arena if you don't have to? Till next time, folks. Later.